Welcome back, guys. Mike here, Money, Marriage, and Media, and today I'm looking for information about the passport bros things. Some of you guys have been leaving comments about getting your passport and all that stuff. I mean, that's great if that's what you're looking for, but I got questions. I mean, because sometimes the stuff don't make sense to me. So today we are checking out O'Shea Duke Jackson, great content creator. His channel has a lot of general information about stuff. It also gets you. He keeps an eye on celebrity content and whatnot, gives some opinions about that. But today, his video is why some black women are not happy with passport bros. Like I said, I'm just looking for some general information here, so I want to start off with O'Shea. Literally, video came up in my feed. I don't know how old this is. I think it came out today, but we're going to hit play and see what we got. Let's go.
Yesterday, I received an email from a subscriber with this particular hit piece of mine. And the name of this article on Yahoo is called Why Some Black Women Aren't Happy with the Hashtag Passport Bros Movement. Now, this article was written by Arpenia, and I believe Arpenia is a part of this larger community called Travel Noir. So if anybody knows about Travel Noir, it's pretty much a website in which you have a lot of typically black Americans that are living overseas, and they share their experiences. It's a huge community. I've known about them for years. And so you have black people, most likely, typically, American blacks that are living all over the United States, usually women. Okay. Now, but the women go out and they do pretty much the same thing. Some of them that the passport bros are doing. These women in these communities, they are married or are dating interracially and things like that. However, what the passport bros are doing is something unique. The passport bros aren't talking to black women about their issues. That's what Kevin Samuels did. Okay, that's what the Black Manosphere attempted to do in certain aspects. Passport bros is very different. They don't even waste their time talking to black women. They talk to black men about black women and to go overseas to get another woman. And let me just say this, it's not even dealing with black women. I've seen Brother Austin Holloman in Brazil with black women having a good time. They're trying to get away from the culture of that, right? And I want to play this particular clip from Austin Holloman in which he's explaining like how you can have this great life in Brazil for less than $3,000 a month.
It's a Wednesday in November. In November in Brazil is warm. But this is the view we got out here. We in Atlântico. It's like 45 minutes, I think about 45 minutes north of Salvador. Fred showed me a new spot out here. I've never been here. Beautiful, beautiful water. I don't have any flip-flops, so I can't get up in the water like him. But the water out here in this part of the Atlantic Ocean, I think all the Atlantic Ocean, well no, this part of the Atlantic Ocean is warm. Because in Rio the water is cold and that's further south. But look at that. Yee, shit. You can live like that and live and have this view for $3,000 a month. Get your passport, get your money right. Get your finances right. It's that bad.
So now, you've heard that, right? And this is again.
That's interesting. $3,000 a month is definitely doable for the average man, right? But I think the issue you come in is with the average career. The average man's career does not translate into another country that well. So. Again, we're just looking for general information here. One thing I do applaud him for is he is going after what he wants. If Brazilian women is his thing, I don't knock him for that. But I don't know if he's trying to get married or not. So yeah, we'll just leave it like that. He didn't like the women here. He got up and left. More power to him.
Again, another video talking to black American men that look. you guys can come over here and have this view for $3,000 a month if you can earn that kind of money, and you don't have to deal with the racism or anything, or even deal with the women and the problems. But now this article has something that's a little bit interesting. In this paragraph, it says, Black women and other women of color in America have gone to their TikTok and social media accounts to speak against the Passport Bros movement passionately. Black women in America already have so much on their shoulders. For many, this movement is a straw that broke the camel's back. Now, I want to deal with that because when it's about black women, we always have so many excuses for, why black women.
Well, what's interesting is a lot of times when, well, I don't know, according to TikTok, apparently, TikTok, I know it, but a lot of these women talk about the guys that are passport bros like these ain't the men that they wanted anyway. So I'm a little confused here. This is one of the things, this is one of the questions that I got because, this is some of these things don't add up. So let's keep going.
Are underperforming in relationships or why they're above criticism. And you're going to hear these arguments like they have so much on their shoulders. So do black men, right? So do black women. So do white people. Everybody has a lot on their shoulders. It's called being a human. All right. Now,
I agree. We can. But if you ask most black women, they'll describe their experience as being unique. But you're gonna have to ask them what makes it unique, because clearly there is something there. Otherwise, they wouldn't say that. Whether or not it's valid, I don't know, because that's something that'd probably be something that we need to address in another video. But I would prefer to do that with someone else who can actually speak on the issue versus me just. Me as a man, as a black man, just talking about black women. We need some kind of representation because I don't know what that issue is. So
obviously, some people have a lot on their shoulders, and I'm going to go on a limb here because they put a lot on their plate, like not selecting the right guy to have a kid with, or becoming a single parent in raising a kid when you don't have the infrastructure to do that, right? Or passing up the guy that you feel like he's not charismatic enough for you, he's not great enough for you, and so because this particular person criticizes the behavior of what's going on in the black community as far as dating, as far as some of the sisters are concerned, all of a sudden it's the straw that broke the camel's back.
You know what I find interesting? Now that he said those issues, almost all those issues can be solved by strengthening the vetting process. I mean, you know what? I may stand corrected because if those are the issues that black women are talking about, as far as from O'Shea's perspective, all that can be minimized by the vetting process. We're starting off by because a lot of these relationships that these women are in, I always question. Okay, what did your father approve that guy? A lot of times that'll tell you what's really going on. We have to start asking the right questions to get down through the BS of how people are feeling about stuff and figure out what's really going on here. And a lot of times, I'm telling you, man, the vetting process is just it's not where it needs to be in our community. And getting it there would alleviate a lot of these issues that we have in both men and women.
And what are some of the black women saying on TikTok? We've seen some of the videos, right? If you don't know what the videos are saying, let me play a video right now to let you know what kind of things black women say about the Passport Bros on TikTok.
Hold on. Have y'all ever heard of the movement called the Passport Bro? I just heard about it and I think it's completely insane. So to my understanding, these are American men who are just tired of dating American women, whether they find us too difficult or we're not submissive enough, whatever. So they decide to go overseas and find themselves some foreign love. And you know what? I'm the last person who can judge because of my situation. So I'm not here to diss them, but really, I think the idea is insane because of what I have witnessed in my personal life. So for the bros who are just doing this to have a good time, then I don't gotta warn y'all because y'all know what's up. But for those of you who are seriously trying to look for love, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I doubt that that's going to happen. In the beginning, everything is going to seem amazing, especially with being in a different country. That just does something to you, so you feel like extra good inside, right? Not to mention the girl that you found. She's young, she's gorgeous, loves to have a good time. She does everything for you and to you. Oh, you're in love. But homegirl, oh no, she don't even like you. She, in fact, is playing you and is doing this for a come up. You went from searching for genuine love to accidentally finding yourself in a transactional relationship. Get ready, because homegirl, she is going to tell you all of these lies to get you to pull out your wallet. And you will dish out hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And this money is not just going to her. Nah, she's giving this money to her family.
How's that different from here? Again, so many questions. Like, you had this lady and she's talking about it like that only happens when you go overseas. But women that'll do that here. So I don't understand it. And she's talking about her personal experience. Let's get back to O'Shea, because maybe he got some knowledge here.
And her boyfriend. Oh wait, you didn't know? Real talk, I used to be friends with somebody who did this very thing. And sis, she had no shame. Like, she legit did not care about this man. And this man legit thought that he found love. Little did he know the money that he gives her, she's using it to fund her secret life back at home. So please do not think for 1 second that you are the exception, because 9 times out of 10, it can be happening to you. Everything that I just described is very common and it happens in many countries, but I witnessed it firsthand in the Dominican Republic. So my advice, and I sincerely mean this, do not marry her. Do not get her a green card, and do not bring her over here, because once you do, oh my gosh, your life is going to be a living hell.
So you hear that. You hear some of these arguments that the passport bros are not looking for love. They're emulating their white masters. They're going to third world countries to get submissive wives. That they're getting women at the exchange rate, and these women only want you because you have money. Things like that. But now, the reality is that they're not addressing the issue that black men have. You get a lot of these counter arguments or ad hominem arguments, but again, I'm going to make it clear on this channel. Black men and their ideologies are not being heard, but they're being heard now. Want to know why? Black men are leaving, or a certain percentage of black men are leaving American women alone. So now, because they're leaving them alone, black women are getting afraid. Not because they don't want these guys or anything, but it's just because that, you know, if they need a backup guy or stepdad material guy, that guy is no longer there. And this is why a lot of the passport bros are saying, look, you know, femininity is lacking. You know, they don't treat men like they should be treated and things like that. And then you have some of the guys talking about, you know, these guys can't get any women in America. But with all of this rhetoric against the passport bros, here's something that me and the article agree with. It's not going anywhere. People are responding to it. Why are people responding to it? It's the same reason why people responded to Kevin Samuels. You see, here's a difference between Kevin Samuels and guys like Andrew Tate and the passport bros. Kevin Samuels brought into a message that a lot of us in the manosphere couldn't, you know, take to a bigger audience, and he added a whole lot of his own information to it, and you know, but it was attached to pretty much one person, right? And it was hard to streamline it because only Kevin can really deliver it in the way that he could. He had an uncanny ability to interact with women. Obviously, he's a good looking guy, you know, he's a well-dressed guy, he's well sharp, very well spoken. He's a once in a lifetime talent. Andrew Tate message is, you know, somewhat similar, but obviously talented guy too. Whereas the passport bros, there's no real one guy, one leader.
True.
You know, it's something that's been going on for a long time. It's a community of guys who are very frustrated, and now guys are getting the confidence to get their passport. Guys are getting their confidence to do things, and this is really one of the reasons why I started the Pan-African dating show, because even guys are seeing opportunities in different countries. If you like black women and maybe you don't want to, or you don't feel comfortable with dealing with women in America that are black, here's an opportunity for you to express your opportunity somewhere else.
Pan-African dating show, guys. That might be where y'all want me to check that out. I've never really paid attention to it before, but it might. I'm thinking that might be worth taking a look at to see the interactions with people with people of color who don't live in the U.S. Yeah, if you guys want to see me, react to that, go ahead and leave a comment. Just comment dating show, and then I'll take it from there. But the interesting stuff is going on here because number one, it's only a small percentage of guys that can actually pick up and move to another country. I've had a personal friend of the family who has done that. He was married here, and he just got tired of living here, and he picked his he picked his wife and his youngest daughter up because his other kids they're older and they're grown now, but they're young. He picked up his wife and his younger daughter, and they're in Mexico. He got tired of it and was like, I'm done. This is it for U.S. Sold his house, and his business is. But the point is that not everybody. It's not a solution for everybody, right? But I think that it may. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and finish the video, and I'll have a summary.
And that's to be said that this is what is going to wake American women up. I believe that if you want change, you stop talking about it and start acting. This is why women are responding to it, even if it's negative or positive. Because if you just sit there and do nothing, then you're just talking trash. But if you're getting up and you're going out, you're getting better looking women, or what you feel is a more attractive women, they have to listen to that. And I think that this is a good opportunity for, a lot of the black community to come back to the table and renegotiate these relationships. And a lot of these black men are going to keep going and seeking these people abroad. And I think that's great for the brothers that feel like it's comfortable to do that. Wherever you go, it's your business. But it's not going anywhere. Passport Bros, again, it's a strong community. There's no one woman, and it's going to continue to get better. So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Dick Jackson.
Okay, so I definitely classify this as high-level conversation because remember, that's always the goal of what we're looking for the purpose of peeling back the layers. Passport Bros seems to be a popular topic. O'Shea, this video did answer some questions that I have, but it also sparked some other ones. I mean, let's get into it. Let's on the surface, what do we have here? Guys who are not happy with their dating options in the U.S. And they do well enough for themselves that they are taking their talents abroad. I have no issue with that. If you're trying to find a wife, if you're trying to get married, I got no issue with that. I think that ultimately, as long as you can, because again, we're about building a community over here, but as long as you can address this one issue, and it's the same issue that I had with interracial dating. If you can address this issue, then I got no problems with you. And that issue is that, dating is racist. It is. Race is a cheat code for dating because for the most part, people tend to stick to their own kind, right? So if you're not getting the results that you want, right, then how is the cheat code? I think you have to address at some point why the cheat code's not working for you, why the women that look like you are not interested. If you can address that, and then I got no issues with dating out of your race. You need to go do that. You need to go find a family first. Same thing if you want to go overseas because you want to live in another country. I got no issues with that either. Go do your thing. As long as you address what it is that you have going on, that the women who look like you, because that's such a major cheat code. If you can address that, whatever it is, then yeah, you got to go build a family. The only other thing that I haven't experienced this directly through YouTube videos or anything, but I suspect that there's a portion of the Passport Bros there you're just looking for somebody to have sex with. So you know the American women aren't giving you a chance, or you want to go overseas. To me, that's a little. I don't want to say this, but I'm just gonna say it. To me, that seems a little immature. If all you want to do is just rack up body counts, like, dude. I mean, I guess if the woman's not looking for marriage either, then you know you guys have some common ground. But we already know that most women are. So, you know, that's a little suspect for me. But you know, that's just me. But we did get some information here as far as, you know, because it brought up the question. Clearly, there is clearly some black women have an issue with this, right? And it makes sense though too, because there are more black women in the U.S. than there are black men, and then you know a portion of them start checking out and saying, "Well, I'm just going to go somewhere else." Granted, it's still a small portion, but you know, you add in the YouTube magnifier that makes you think that, oh, it's even more. It's a bigger percentage of these guys who are moving to other countries. It's not. It's still a minority, and I suspect that it's a small minority because again, what it actually takes for you to move to another country, most people don't. Most people can't afford to do that. Just because, you know, we saw in the video where the guy was talking about $3,000 a month. Okay, but what profession is going to pay you $3,000 a month in Brazil that you do here? You got to remember that cost of living is higher in the U.S., so incomes match that. Okay, cost of living is not that high in Brazil. So your job here that pays you $3,000 a month to do the same job there, if it's available, there's a good chance that it's not going to pay you that. Now, could you get something that, you know, it allows you to work remote or something like that? Sure, you could, you know, but most people don't have remote jobs like that. So, you know, I thought this was an interesting video. O'Shea is great, great content creator. A lot of his videos make you think about stuff, and that's, again, we're looking for high level conversation, so that's the whole reason we're here. So, guys, definitely go subscribe to his channel. He's got more than one. So, because, yeah, clearly this one is called O'Shea Duke Jackson. I think he has another one called Celebrity Junk or something like that. I've seen the feed. I pay attention to it because it's every now and then I like to just review what content that's happening with celebrities and how you can compare it to the problems that average people have. So, but look, we're going to end this here. Passport Bros, I definitely got some good information here, but you know, I'm gonna say goes to the next time. Peace. Thanks for making it to the end of this video, but do me another favor, like and subscribe, but also check out these here. Either subscribe or watch videos, one or the other. I don't know which side, but hey, all right.